Melissa Rachels, a former funeral home director, was convicted 2 years ago of embezzling money meant for funerals. Tonight she's facing new accusations.
I thought, of all places to steal money, a funeral home.
Of all places. 5 on your side's Keely Arthur has the story of a woman who fears that more victims are out there who don't even know they've been scammed.
Funerals are expensive, and some people choose to prepay for the services to keep their families from having to deal with it later. These are called pre-need funeral contracts. Well, one viewer says she signed a pre-need contract 5 years ago, and she's now finding out the money is missing. This viewer says Melissa Rachels took more than $4,000 meant for her and her husband's cremation.
I just could not believe she had done it.
She asked us not to share her name, but she told 5 on Your Side she prepaid for cremations in 2018 at Williford Funeral Home. Melissa Rachels sold her the pre-need contract.
She gave me all the paperwork, gave me a receipt for my check and all. That was the end of it. I thought that was the end of it.
9 months later, Elvis Williford, director of Williford Funeral Home, lost his licenses for embezzling $15,000 in pre-need funeral funds. Rachels, Williford's trainee, took over the business as funeral director and changed the name to Rachel's Family Funeral Home. But Rachel soon faced her own trouble. She was charged with 6 counts of embezzling pre-need funds in 2021. And then,
well, she went out of business.
Pre-need funds are supposed to be registered with the state so that any funeral home that ends up handling the service can access them.
So after she went out of business, I still didn't worry about it because I thought it was where it needed to be, and I knew any funeral home could get it.
But she wanted to double check, so she asked Tim Batten of Thomas Funeral Home for help.
The first thing Tim said to me was, when I showed him all my paperwork, "Where's the letter from the state?" I said, "I don't have one." And he said, "She took your money."
When I find out it's not registered, that's a red flag of embezzlement.
The State Board of Funeral Service has a recovery fund to help people who have lost money to pre-need embezzlement. The board says the fund has paid out nearly $56,000 to victims in 7 other cases connected to Melissa Rachels. But during an interview with 5 on Your Side producer Pritchard Strong, Batten admitted he doesn't think it ends there.
Are there more people out there than that?
More than likely.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because, I don't know how many she did.
Our team wanted to ask that question to Rachel's, so we called her.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
And checked addresses connected to her. Hi, I'm sorry to bother you. My name is Keely Arthur. No luck. The case against Rachel's was closed, but Fuquay-Varina police have reopened it to investigate our viewer's case. And detectives want to know if there are other victims, too.
I just can't believe people do this.
If you want to pre-fund a funeral, make sure you're working with a licensed funeral director who has a separate pre-need license. And when you pay, the state will send you a letter confirming it's registered with the funeral board within 30 days. Keely Arthur, 5 on Your Side.
Boy, it's maddening, isn't it? Rachel's pleaded guilty to 6 counts of embezzlement from 2021. She is currently on probation and is working to pay back $48,000 she took from victims.